Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to OTCTO, where we're man enough to be vulnerable. And today's episode is about abandonment. And I have three of my brothers here that that are man enough to talk about some issues. So we're just gonna dive in real quick and try and dissolve some things. So introduce yourself, fellas.
Hi everybody. My name is Giovanni. I'm 23 years old. Younger brother to Leon. I'm just excited to be on this program. Try and connect with everybody and connect with my brothers here.
My name's Luther, personal friend of Leon, considered my brother, 33 years old, and I feel that this platform is necessary for young men to come and open up about things that they're not, usually comfortable being open about.
Hey guys, my name is Dominic, 22 years old, friend of the entire squad, and I'm excited to be a part of the conversation, anything to help solve and make an impact.
Yeah, dope. Thanks, guys, for coming on. So I want to just dive into this real quick. And what was it like for you guys growing up without, that father figure in your life? Your daddy wasn't even there. He lived up the street.
Nah, literally, it's funny, but it's true. My dad literally was up the street from where I lived. We both lived in the same city, and he just didn't do the things that a father is supposed to do. Those things, taking time to show you these things, like learning. I had to go to my friends or to you to learn certain things that I felt like my dad should be teaching me.
Definitely. I used to get really mad at him for that.
Yeah, but yeah, those were things that I just had to deal with as I was growing up. But I'm appreciative, and I'm thankful of having you and other men in my life to basically be there for me.
Yeah.
And be around me. So I'm really appreciative of that.
How about you, Luther? What was it like for you?
It was hard, to be honest. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Keep it real, It was hard going to school or daycare, seeing people's dad come and pick them up and stuff like that. But I tried to make the best out of my situation, even at a young age. I kind of use that as like a strength, as a defense mechanism in a sense,
Yeah. Kind of a callous to build you cold to what's going on.
Yeah. My reason to be upset.
For me, it was a little different. You see, for two very distinct stages in my life, I was living with my mom, and so you could say my dad was absent for that time.
Yeah.
But for other unforeseen circumstances, it was my mom who was then absent. So it was interesting with that, where you were kind of built on the philosophies or the beliefs of one parent, and then now you have to change your entire belief system on life or the way you do things when you then move in to the house with the other parent. So abandonment in a sense, yes, but very different for me.
It's crazy. Your mom left. You mind if I ask you a question about that?
Sure.
It's like, why did she leave? Did her and your mom did her and your father just not get along? Was it like just separation, or was it like,
Well, they actually were separated when I was born. So my mom then got remarried about, I think, when I was going into grade 6, and decided to file for custody for both me and my sister to move us to Texas.
Yeah.
That definitely wouldn't fly with my dad, and so my dad came back to Canada to take us in. Because of those two reasons, my mom decided to leave and choose to be happy.
You were born out of state?
No, I was born here, but she decided to bring
I
us
didn't say
there.
out of state, like we're in the US.
Why not answer it like we were?
So you weren't born in America?
No, born here, but she decided to choose happiness, I guess, in that sense, to go to the States with her husband, and
Okay.
the bag.
Yeah, well, for me, growing up without a dad was it's crazy because I look at mommy like she's my mom and my dad, because she was strong enough to provide, you know, discipline when there was needed to, and she provided love when it was needed, you know what I mean? But I definitely feel like, obviously, if I had my father, like, you know, he was to teach me certain things about, you know, girls and hopefully finances and, you know, something about a car, or, you know what I mean? Like, just try and help me to grow to be a better man so I can take care of my household, you know? But not having none of those things there, I don't know if that pushed me to be more into the like manly role, because I've always loved to do things with my hands. I always loved to fix things. So it's like those things, even my mom never really, like, we never really missed, because I was always good at those things. Even when I was young, I was always good at putting a dresser together or whatever. So it's like, my dad's not here, who cares? I don't really need him anyway. I reached to a point where it became from like, yeah, I don't need him, to resentment, to like, fuck you, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know my number, you can get my number, you can call me anytime, but you choose not to. You choose to run the streets, you choose to do whatever you do, and that's your choice. I can't blame you for it, but don't call me and expect me to be like, hey son, like, you don't have no son over here, like, you know what I mean? We're what do you call it?
We're on different pages.
We're on different pages.
Yeah, we're on totally different fucking pages. So I mean, you know, I definitely affected me in ways that I still probably haven't dealt with. But I mean, I guess it forced me to become better than he is. But you know, so next question. You know what I mean? How did your family try to fill in for any of the, basically try to fill in for the void that you didn't have? Like, did you have an uncle or something that tried to step up, or you know?
You man, you were the biggest. You were the best. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. To be honest, I don't know where I'd honestly be without you. You know, having you in my corner. I'm not gonna lie, yes, it did get annoying sometimes when you were talking to me and you were drilling things into me, but I knew down the road it was just because you wanted to see me succeed, and you wanted me to be successful and to be a better man than whatever I possibly could have been without having that father figure in my life. So you did those things. You showed me those things and you talked to me about those things. And, you know, having you and also grandfather there, that taught me a lot. You know, if it wasn't for grandfather, wouldn't learn. Yeah, grandfather taught me how to ride a bike. You taught. Like, if it wasn't for you, I would have never really knew what a trade was. Cause towards, like, as soon as I got into high school, I didn't really know what I was going to do. And then I had you to always look as like, yo, this is the path that I need to follow. I need to get a trade. I need to do these things, and then I need to start looking past the trade, because the trade is only just to bring me the money to also to do something more. So for you, I'm always grateful for you, no matter, like, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me, man.
That's dope. Yeah, that's dope. That's good to hear, you know. I mean, obviously not having nobody around to guide me, to show me what's going on. I wish I had an older brother to be like, you know, even beat me up and show me like, you know, this is how you do things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I could be that for you, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely. Like, you know, thank you for that. That meant a lot, you know? What about you, Luther?
I really didn't have any uncles. My grandfather was old, so I didn't really have any male figures in my life. You know, I was practically raised by females, and you know, my mom always tried to say that she's both mother and father, but I didn't really go with that saying. You know, it's like, you're a woman, you can't be a father. You know?
You can't teach me what.
You can't be both.
Things,
you know.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I turned to the streets. I turned to the guys outside in the neighborhood. You know, that seemed to be the ideal of what a man should be. You know.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it was the best, but it's what was there. Right?
Of course.
It wasn't the best idea, but.
And I think that's it's crazy, because that's what that's what's out there for a lot of us. A lot of us are left to fend for, well, not even fend for our own, but yeah, mom is at home providing, but she can't, like you say, she can't teach you certain things. Your mom's not gonna, teach you how to fight and like certain little traits that you need to learn and just how to, build the heart of a man. You know what I mean? But you met your father though, like later on in life.
Yeah, I met my father for the first time in 29 years, just 2019, I believe it was. 2019. And yeah, wasn't the best experience, but still gave some closure,
That was the first time you met him, like at all?
First time never seen him before.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in the same boat, because first time I met my dad was obviously I grew up in Jamaica. I was born in Jamaica, so I left Jamaica when I was like 5, I believe, 5 or 6. So I don't remember none of that shit. I don't remember none of that shit. The last time I met him, I think I was 12 or 11. My great grandma's funeral, I think, and I went down there, and I was in Jamaica for 2 weeks, fam. 2 weeks. You know when the man came? The last 2 fucking days when I was there. That's some shit right there. That fucked me up. Even though I spent a fucking night with this guy, when I was leaving, I still cried like a baby. Like, no, daddy. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't even know you, bro. It's like, I don't even know you. But just seeing this guy who's supposed to be, you know what I mean?
Superman.
The male figure.
Yeah.
You're my Superman. You're my guy. And you come see me 2 days, bro, and I've been here for 2 weeks. You're a piece of shit, bro. I can't fuck with you after that. Like that, you know what I mean? And even though I did still try to reach out after those things, I never forget those things. You know what I mean?
Leave a scar.
Of course. Deep one. You just can't fill those holes, you know what I mean?
Very
So
true.
it's like, bro, it's like, yeah, now you want to call me and make. How about you, Dante?
Yeah, similar to you actually. I was raised while living with my mom, with my sister and my grandma, so a household filled with women. And then when my dad came, because my mom was leaving, I guess my dad really stepped up and tried to fill that void for us. However, when I then moved in with my dad, who filled the void for my mom not being there, it was my sister. I would say my sister really stepped up. And my dad's mom as well too really stepped up. Grandma always just nurturing at that point. For me, so I'd say that.
Your dad didn't have a girlfriend who tried to play mother role?
No, and I think that is it speaks more volumes. I think at least in his character. The fact that he knew that mom was mom and girlfriend will never be mom to you.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
true.
much respect that.
Yeah.
If that indeed was his thought process for it, but I respect that more.
Yeah, that must have been crazy for you just growing up with your dad. Like, did your dad give you? He was a good father. He gave you enough love.
100%.
Showed you the both sides of the spectrum.
100%.
Yeah.
And not to take that away from my mom too, but just like you said, mom said she would be mother and father.
Yeah.
But my dad did everything. Came to football games. Threw
That's sick.
footballs with me every summer when I would go out to see him sometimes in Jamaica. Like,
That's it.
everything, and equally so, he was there for my sister. So
Yeah, that's dope. See, I wish I had that, bro. Like, see, I didn't even know. Yeah. Fuck you, daddy.
love you, Dad.
I'm 50-50 about
At what
Careless.
point did you realize, growing up, like at what age did you realize that not having your mother or father there for you, like, what was the effect? Did you realize the effect, or did you even notice the effect, or do you feel like there was an effect from not having that other parent?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't really have my dad with me, I found it real hard. Like anytime I really got into a relationship, I never really knew. Like I had to like yeah, mommy could tell me things on how to treat a woman, but until you like see your dad like
Motherfucker.
until you see your dad like actually show a woman.
My wallet's upstairs. Sorry, fuck, we shooting now. Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, it's good. Yo, so yeah, my dad should have. I never really learned. My dad never really taught me how to like treat a woman or how to love properly because he never really showed me love. So yeah, mommy could show me as many things as she wants to about how to do certain things, but she can't do everything. Same thing. You taught me how to fight. Mommy can't teach me how to fight. Grandfather taught me how to ride a bike. Mommy could do it, but to a certain extent. So, you know, though, I started realizing it as I got older. Like as I got older and I started seeing some of my friends who did still have their dads in their lives, I see how their lives were. And I'm not saying that they are completely in better positions than me, but I just see how having a 2-parent household benefits you than just having one parent in that household.
Yeah.
Very true.
Well, for me, I kind of used that was kind of like my reason for why shit was the way it was.
Yeah.
Because dad's not here. So I kind of had that on me, not all my life, but a lot of my upbringing. So
Question about that. Do you think, like, what you said just there, not having your dad around and knowing that if he was around, things would be better or things should be a certain way because of what you're seeing at school or whatever. And everybody else had their dad. Maybe, like, not everybody, but you know what I mean? You go to school and you see people with their kids, so you feel like, you know, life's supposed to be a certain way. It's like, I don't even know how to phrase this. Like, do you think he would have? Because I know a few people with their fathers in their life.
yeah.
Their dad was there.
Still ain't shit.
Their dad was. He was there all the time. He was home. He still ain't shit. Still didn't do shit. Still didn't provide the right guidance and the right knowledge that was needed. And maybe, you know, he didn't get the same from his dad. So how could he pass it down if he didn't get it? You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. It's just very it's crazy because I at one point, you know, at some point you're like, you know, maybe your father wasn't there, so maybe you didn't know how to be a good dad, but don't you make the decisions? Like, it's like you control your life. It's
right.
like I don't get, like, you know what you're doing, you know what's right, you know what's wrong, or if you don't know what's wrong, you know what you should not be doing. So it's like, why wouldn't you step up to that plate? I just don't.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Even if he was in my life, I don't think it would have made that big of a difference. I think the most I would have got out of it is to see that he tried, at least. Would he have been a good father? I can't say that because I don't see him doing that now.
Yeah.
But at least I would see at a young age that a man is making the attempt to take responsibility for what he has, you know, and that would have stuck with me, you know. So I'm not saying I don't have that with me now, but maybe it would have had more of an impact on my decisions in life if I had him around to see that, you know, he made an attempt to try to own up to his responsibility as a father, you know.
It's crazy. How about you, Dante?
I would say, sorry.
Question again?
Yeah, I'm gonna use the question again.
What point did you realize, or did it affect you that you realize? That. At what point did you realize not having a mother there affected you?
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. The caring part of me. So I remember when I was a kid, every time people would say, like, you're so caring.
Yeah.
And then flipping over to living with my dad. Not that I wasn't, but I guess I didn't show it, or it wasn't as evident as it was before.
Yeah.
Where now my chest is more higher. I don't want to say more ignorant, but I'm just more of a man's man at that point. And then when my mom had left, I actually moved to Texas. And it wasn't until we started to kind of sort of rebuild our communication where then I started getting that response again. Oh, you're a caring person and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was and I saw it clear as day, like very evident right in the line from that switch from when I left households.
Okay. What kind of relationship do you guys have now with your parent that was your with your missing in parent with your missing in action parent? Parent that wasn't there, your father or your mother in your case, Dante. What's your relationship now with him? Talk up.
My relationship with my dad now, I can honestly say it possibly, won't possibly. It has gotten better than what it could have been. I had stopped talking to him for about a year, and I think that year really gave me time to really think. Honestly, just forgive. I forgave because I realized there was no point of doing it. At the time I was 18 when I stopped talking to him. And I just realized that, I'm 18 now. I'm my own man. I got to make my own decisions.
Yeah.
I don't have to rely on him. I have people that I know I can rely on in my corner. If he's there in my life, obviously, I would love that for when I have kids. So then I can show them, this is your grandfather. But if he wasn't in my life, I honestly could say that I'll probably still be better off because of the people I know that are surrounding me and giving me love and supporting me. Yeah.
Okay.
Question again, sorry?
What's your relationship like with your father now?
I don't have one.
Straight like that.
I kind of feel like how you feel, like fuck you, dad. But mine's is more like fuck you for not trying, like fuck you for not taking responsibility. I don't hate him. I don't know him, so I can't hate somebody I don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like fuck you for not giving me the drive and the motivation and the inspiration that I could have had if you were maybe there.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Real shit.
Sure.
Same way I feel. How about yourself?
It's slowly getting rebuilt.
Yeah.
There'll never be a time like the past
Yeah.
for where Christmas was the same, New Year's was the same, and holidays never. But once text message per week doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
We do get into some spats sometimes where we then go back to our old days where we don't talk for a year, or we don't talk for a few months. But slowly, I don't know. We'll see where it goes from here.
Better. Yeah. Well, at least she's trying. I mean, at least you guys are trying to work it out.
What about you?
Yeah.
Yo, bro, the last time I talked to my dad, I have 3 brothers that I know of in Jamaica and 1 sister that I know of. So I talk to my sister regularly on Facebook and all that stuff. And the last time I spoke to my dad was by accident. Because she was around him and she was at my grandma's house.
Yeah.
And she video chatted me and I answered.
Yeah.
And he was there. And that's the only reason. And when we got on the phone, nigga asked me for money. It's like, bro, I haven't talked to you for how fucking long. My sister has my number. You can call me anytime because you have her number. You guys live in the same parish. Or even if you don't, you're easily accessible. So you can call me, you can reach me, you know how to reach me, but you don't. So, to me, Jono, like, yeah, I don't have a father, really. Like, it's sad to say, but the nigga's dead to me even though he's alive. It's crazy. Like my mom is my everything, you know what I mean? And my grandma and my grandfather, rest in peace, Sidney Sewell.
Yes, sir.
You know, those are the people who raised me, so those are the people I put my all into. And it is what it is, you know what I mean? Yeah, like you said, I don't do I hate him?
You have. I would think. I won't
Do I
say.
hate him?
I would say you hate him. You have resentment towards him because he didn't put in the effort to be a father.
I don't hate him. I don't know him to hate him.
Resentment. It won't be hate. Resentment.
I have a heavy dislike.
Okay.
A heavy dislike for, and not necessarily for him, for his, for like you said, for not trying, not putting in the effort,
Yeah.
not, you know, feeling like. And I spoke to him before, and he's like, "Yeah, you know, I wish I could have been there." Yeah, all that. I don't want to hear none of that soft bullshit talk. You could have been there, and you being there is something different. You know what I mean? Because you could, you're not dead. You can always make a difference. So, you know, but do you guys aspire to be fathers? You guys want to have kids?
Hell yeah.
You want a kid? You want a kid?
Definitely gonna be a father because I want to break the cycle that I feel has been sticking with a lot of people that grew up like us.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I want to be a father, and not only a father. I want to be an amazing father.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Likewise. And for those
Dope
reasons as well,
dad
too.
gang.
Exactly.
Dope dad gang. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's good. You want to be a father, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I think, we'll see. Definitely want to be a great dad. For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, man. No, man. We got to lead by example. We got to change the next generation that's coming behind us, right? Because if
Most
we
definitely.
don't, when the fuck is it going to happen? You know what I mean? So, but yeah, no, thank you guys for coming. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, this was dope. It was a little bit more therapeutic than I thought, actually. And I look forward to doing more episodes like this and having more people on. You know what I mean? So, off the chest, Toronto. We just getting motherfucking started, son. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but yeah, you already know. Check us out, Instagram. It's a little shaky right now, but we getting there. We getting there.
Coming together.
Stay tuned for the glow up.
Coming together.
Don't worry.
You don't want to miss the glow up, fam. So you already know. Don't know. We links in.